Good afternoon. My name is James Scott. I'll be your instructor for Information Literacy 1101 for the spring semester. Today's topic is using secondary sources to find scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles regarding stevia as an alternative to sugar. Today there's a lot of discussion about the dangers of sugar and its effects on your body. There are many alternatives discussed on television and other media. But what about scholarly research about sugar and its sugar-free alternative, stevia? By researching academic databases provided by the library, we can find scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles that provide scientific evidence to support stevia as a viable alternative to sugar. And I'm going to add a twist to this today. We will have two groups. Groups 1 and 3 will support stevia as an alternative to sugar, and groups 2 and 4 will support continuing using sugar instead of sugar-free alternatives. And we would do research based on our research. We would determine which alternative that you would use. So let's look at some of our learning goals for today. You will discover the importance of scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles for class research. You would use online databases to find scholarly information regarding your topic. Now today, because of the lack of time, we will just use Academic Search Complete. So I will give a demonstration about using Academic Search Complete, but the same process I use to find Academic Search Complete from my library, you will use the same process when you research on your own. Also, you would identify secondary sources based on class lecture to find scholarly articles. So in this case, we will demonstrate our understanding of primary and secondary sources as an alternative with an interactive activity at the end of class using the online game Kahoot. So I will talk to you about searching our databases and also give you a short presentation about primary and secondary sources. So you need to know about primary and secondary sources so you can distinguish the two, and it will help you in future classes. So we're going to build our research by searching our library's online databases. We're going to look at primary and secondary resources. We're going to use the graphic organizer activity to organize our articles and searches. Finally, we will look at the Kahoot's online quiz in order to, at the end of our class session, and to reinforce what we learned. So first, we will start with searching the library's online databases. So our library's webpage is always the best place to start, because the library homepage has important links and resources that are available to you. As you can see from this example, we can find articles, books, movies, newspapers, e-reserves, etc. Also, you make requests, suggest feedback. You can get help through Ask a Librarian, Contact Us, directions and maps, etc. Also, you can see our library hours, and you can do a quick search using our quick search text box there. But we're going to go through the process of searching a particular database, which is in this case Academic Search Complete, which is a very popular database that's available within the University System of Georgia and nationwide. So before we do that, let's look at primary and secondary sources, just to give you a short tutorial about those, and then we will continue with our research. So primary sources are immediate first-hand accounts of a topic from people who had a direct connection to it. So examples include texts of law, speeches, diaries, letters, and interviews, what the people involved said or wrote. So it's original research, photographs, videos, or audio that capture an event. Secondary sources, on the other hand, which are what we're going to focus on today, describe, discuss, interpret, comment upon, and analyze, evaluate, and process primary sources. So secondary sources are one or more steps removed from the event or time period and written after the fact. So some examples include books about a topic, scholarly or other articles about a topic, analysis or interpretation of data. So here's another diagram about primary sources and secondary sources. So just to reiterate, primary sources are useful because they offer subjects for first-hand study. Secondary sources help a student understand and evaluate source material, and they are scholarly books and articles and reviews, etc., as you can see here. Now, for more information about primary and secondary sources, you can go to my library LibGuide. My library LibGuide includes additional information about primary and secondary sources, as well as a video about that, about primary and secondary sources, and links to resources regarding that. And if you have questions regarding when you go to our LibGuide, my information is here. You can email me, call me at any time. And also there's my link to my LibGuide. Any questions before we continue? Okay, let's continue. Okay, we're ready to start our search now. Okay, so you go to our library homepage and you click Galileo, and it's going to bring you to Academic Search Complete. If you go to the A through Z search. Now, this is Academic Search Complete. It's an EBSCO host database, online database. This is one of the premier databases that's available for you to start your research. Now, I'm going to do a search regarding United States fashion in the 1960s. I won't do a search on stevia or sugar. I want you all to do that yourselves in the graphic organizer activity. And so, but you will follow the same steps that I'm following here with this search. So this is our home page for Academic Search Complete. We have a search box, and also you can limit your search using full text and scholarly review journals using our limiters, which says limit your results, full text, scholarly peer-reviewed journals. Okay, so we just do a quick search there and see what comes. Okay, so the article that I found for this particular search is how the fashion of the 1960s reflected social change. So this talks about the fashion in the 1960s, and is a full text article, and it's from Academic Search Complete. And one of the nice tools with Academic Search Complete is a citation format tool. So you need to learn more about citation format. So one of the things that's available with Academic Search Complete and most academic online databases is they have a citation tool that you can see here with the arrow. On the tools, in the tools bar here, you click Cite, and the citation formats that are available for this article will appear. The citation format that we're using is Chicago to Arabian, and so it shows you the citation format in the listing, and you can select that and use that for your reference list at the end of your research paper. Okay? Any questions about that? Okay. Now let's talk about the graphic organizer activity. This is a template that I passed out already. So every one of you have this template for the graphic organizer activity. Your topic, either stevia as a viable alternative to sugar, or sugar as a viable sweetener for you. So we're looking for keywords. So you're going to look for keywords. You want to look for 3 articles, up to 3 articles. With the time frame, you may not get 3 articles. You may get 1 or 2, but that's okay. The key to it is you're able to search the database, use keywords, find articles to help you find information about your topic. So when I completed my activity, this is what I came up with. fashion in the 1960s, United States. My keywords are fashion, 1960s, United States, and youth, because one of my articles dealt with Barbie outfits from 1963, and also Article 2, Youthquake, the 1960s fashion revolution, and how in the article we looked at earlier how the fashions of the 1960s reflected social change. So this is what you would do when you work in your group to complete your graphic organizer. You can use a pen, pencil, what have you, in order to write this down, and this will help you organize your thoughts and organize you as you continue to work towards your topic and find information about your topic. Okay? All right, so next we will get in groups of 4 and work for about 10 minutes on the graphic organizer worksheet. So we'll come back and talk about our worksheet and give you an opportunity to share. So as you're working with your worksheet, I will walk around the classroom. Have questions, feel free to ask me. I will come to your group, clarify anything that we talked about so far that will help you. And once we finish, we will come back together as a group, and we'll ask for volunteers to share what you want to let us know about your pros and cons regarding stevia and sugar. So let's take 10 minutes and complete our graphic organizer worksheet.
My group chose to continue using sugar.
Share.
One of the articles we selected from academic search complete was sugar substitutes. Health controversy over perceived benefits from the Journal of Pharmacology. Based on the health concerns we found, we think it is better to keep using sugar, but in moderation. Academic search complete was sugar substitutes. Health controversy over perceived benefits from the Journal of Pharmacology. Based on the health concerns we found, we think it is better to keep using sugar, but in moderation.
Okay, thank you. That's a good response. Thanks very much.
My group chose to begin using stevia.
The next group that selected stevia, we're going to talk about. We're going to let you share what you found in your research.
From the Journal Foods and Raw Materials. Based on the benefits in the article, we think stevia is worth a try. One of the articles we selected from Academic Search Complete was natural sweeteners. Health benefits of stevia from the Journal Foods and Raw Materials. Based on the benefits in the article, we think stevia is worth a try.
Oh, thank you. So, as you can see, doing your research, using an online database and looking for scholarly peer-reviewed journals gives you alternatives that works on both sides, on the left and the right, so to speak. So that's a good start, and it will help you with this graphic organizer. So if you have other questions regarding this, please let me know after class or anytime before we finish today. Great responses. All right, now it's time to play the Kahoot game. This is an online game, online quiz using this online game Kahoots, looking at primary and secondary sources. You can work in a group with this. You can use your mobile devices. You can use your laptop or the desktop that you have at your workstation. And for the sake of time, you can complete the first 5 questions. And if you have more time, you can complete the entire 10 question quiz. And then we will come back and discuss our last topic for today. So let's take a few minutes to work on our Kahoots quiz. You can work in groups or individually. All right, very good. So with the Kahoots quiz, most of you I can look at the analytics of the quiz and see where some of you may have need some more assistance with primary and secondary sources. I will be able to email you later on, or this week, and you can come back and we can have an individual session talking about primary and secondary resources, and also searching the databases. And in addition to that, I have a 2-minute assessment. This 2-minute assessment is very short. It allows you to give me feedback from about what I talked about today in our session, and is anonymous. You can send me an email and talk to me about this later on after the class is over. But once you complete the assessment, it's going to give me an idea where I need to improve and enhance my my lecture with your class, and also maybe have a second session with you later on this semester. But go ahead and complete the 2-minute quiz, and we'll come back with final comments and questions. Okay, so are there any other questions regarding our class today? And remember, if you have questions, feel free to stop by the library, and also feel free to go to my my LibGuide, go to the library, and my contact information is there as well. I'm also on Facebook through the library, and also Twitter, so you can Facebook me, you can tweet me, you can email me, text. Any communication that you see on our library webpage I'm attached to it. So make sure, if you have questions, feel free to contact me. If there are no other questions, I will take this information that I received today through the quiz and the assessment to determine whether or not we have a second session in the next week or so. Until then, thank you. Have a good day.